Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'll be sharing this very simple but delicious coconut milk, Toolo beef, Soya chunks, jollof rice. Yes, I know it's a mouthful, but you'll be glad you watched this video. So please come along and let's do this. So in a heated saucepan, I'll go in with some oil. I'm going to go ahead and fry my proteins. So these are soya bean chunks, okay? I'm using the Onga brand. I don't know if there are any other brands on the market, but once you get this, you soak it in a bit of water, and then once the water is absorbed into the chunks, you can go ahead and fry or cook or whatever you want to do with the chunks, okay? So for this recipe, I'll be frying them a bit before later on introducing it back into the jollof. So I'm not looking to making this golden brown, okay? Just a few minutes and then I'm good to go. Don't worry, I'm not restricting anyone to using these as their proteins, okay? You can use any protein of your choice in this recipe. Now, in the same saucepan, I'm going to go ahead and add my tasty tom, pepper, and onion. This is also a lazy or easy jollof rice recipe, okay? We are not going to be blending anything or what have you, okay? I'm also going to be using leftover stew in a bit. The Christmas season doesn't mean like slay in the kitchen and get tired and what have you. You also have to enjoy, okay? So take it easy on yourself with these very easy recipes. Now I'm adding my Toolo beef. So I soaked them in water for about an hour and then I change the water every 30 minutes just to get rid of some of the salt in there, okay? So I added some tomato paste. That's because I find the pepper onion a bit on the spicy side, but you can omit it if you're okay with the spice level, okay? So I'm going to give this a stir fry for about 5 minutes to make sure the tomato paste loses its sourness before adding my leftover stew. So this is some jollof based stew. There's a ton of jollof recipes on my channel. Check them out and then just pick one of them and make that base stew and keep it in your fridge or freezer for the festive season, okay? Bear in mind the stew is already cooked, so it doesn't need too much time on fire. So about 5 to 7 minutes on fire, I'm going in to check on my stew. It's looking great. I'm going to go ahead and add in my washed rice. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Yasmi. Please consider subscribing and joining this amazing blooming family. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back to watch me. So the salt wasn't enough, so I went ahead to add in a bit more, and then I'll go on to add my coconut milk. Now I've become a lover of coconut milk in fried rice or jollof rice because it adds a ton of flavor to the dish, okay? And there is this kick, like if you've not tried it before, try it, and then you know what I'm talking about, okay? So I'll give this a good mix and then allow this to cook on low heat. I also covered my lid with a kitchen napkin to trap the heat in there, okay? So 10 minutes later, I am back to check on my jollof. It's doing good. I'll give it a mix and then introduce again my soya bean chunks. So the reason why I'm adding the chunks at this point is that personally I find them to be slightly salty. So when I add it at this point, the salt will sort of diffuse and equally distribute in the jollof before the jollof is served, okay? Another 5 minutes in, I'm checking up on the jollof again. At this point, my jollof is ready actually, but I'm going to, for the sake of the vegetables, leave it on fire for about 3 minutes because I don't want the vegetables to lose this crunch. And because the bell peppers were frozen, I'd like to defrost them, if you like, in the jollof pretty quickly. And then they maintain their crunchiness, and then our jollof can be served. Hands up in the comment section if you're going to try this very delicious jollof rice recipe this Christmas. It packs a ton of flavor and is certainly very delicious. Please give me a thumbs up on the video, share when you're done watching, leave a comment like I mentioned earlier, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until we meet again, don't forget to keep blooming.